A very positive, vibrant, and an energetic evening, everyone. My name is Shashank Dave, and I'm a company secretary in practice. Thank you, everyone, for joining our today's webinar, which is on guidance on last-minute preparations for professional exams. My sincere gratitude to our speaker, CS Ashita Golwala, for accepting my request to address the students of the Professional Institute. Friends, CS Ashita Golwala is an associate member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. She is also an associate member of the Chartered Governance Institute, ICSA, UK, United Kingdom. She is a commerce graduate from NM College of Commerce and Economics, and she has done LLB from G.J. Advani College of Law. She has completed a span of more than 5 years in the field of company law, secretarial compliances, and other legal aspects, and has gained extensive practical exposure in the field of legal, secretarial, and FEMA compliances. Along with this, she is actively involved and tremendously passionate about public speaking, and she conducts sessions and seminars on various technical and non-technical topics. With this, we welcome our eminent speaker. And
Thank you so much.
And Ashita, I would straight away like to ask you the first question.
Yes.
So, आज जो हम लोग webinar कर रहे हैं for the students, exam related. So, can you share with us कि हम दोनों का motive क्या था आज के session के लिए?
Yes. First of all, I would like to thank all the students that it's just few time before exam that they have removed this time and taken this opportunity to come and take this guidance. So thank you so much for being a part of this. The main motive behind today's session is that since this is a last minute, many of the students must be under a panic situation. Many of the students must be like, my this subject is pending, my that subject is pending. I am not aware of how the exam is going to be conducted. I don't know what kind of questions are to be asked. So this guidance is basically for the students to pay attention, to work hard, but also work very.
Hello. Hello.
So the motive behind today's session is this.
Ashita, we couldn't hear you in between. Could you repeat the last two sentences?
So the motive behind today's session is, since a very less amount of time is remaining with the students, it gives them the opportunity to grab this guidance, work very hard along with working smart.
Yes, I completely agree. Working smart is more important than working hard.
Yes.
Yes. So I'll ask you the next question, Ashita.
Yes.
So when it comes to preparation of exams, what is the most important step you feel? So according to you, what is the most important step when it comes to preparation of exams?
So according to me, the first and the most important step at this stage of exam would be self-evaluation. Now,
Okay.
I think many of the participants would be wondering that what is ma'am talking about, and at such a less amount of time, why are we supposed to sit and self-evaluate ourselves?
Okay.
The self-evaluation basically is sitting at one place, relaxing and thinking at what stage you are in preparation and giving an examination.
Okay.
Now, you all might be wondering, why is self-evaluation that much important? So there are few advantages of self-evaluation that I would like to share, and that basically I myself have followed. The first one is, we should see that what kind of learning process we are following, to see what exactly we are focusing on. This will help us to set a timetable, revise our work. It will help to set us new goals, which we can come through in the upcoming days. Now, what is self-evaluation? When we sit and think about ourselves, what are the things that we need to consider in self-evaluation? First of all, the number of subjects that you have studied and the number of subjects that are actually left for yourself to complete. The number of days that are pending for examination. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? By this, I mean, are you a fast learner or are you a slow learner? For example, I take a lot of time in learning a stuff. So for me, before giving an exam, minimum you could say 3 times of revision is mandatory for a learner like me. So sit and self-evaluate all these things. How much time in a day can you dedicate to studies? you also need to sit and evaluate whether you have actually prioritized your exams, because many a times students are, you know, hyping a lot that we are working very hard, we are working very hard, but in the end of the day, do you actually, and are you actually satisfied that you have worked that much hard, and have you kept your exams on priority? This includes self-evaluation. Another self-evaluation is where and which subject or which chapter am I finding it difficult to understand and learn. Did I match my goals and my timelines? Shall I be practicing more? And what are the exact new areas in which I should practice more? And along with this, is there any area where I should change my style of practicing? So these are the important questions you should ask yourself for self-evaluation. And trust me, at this stage, it is very much important for you to actually understand where and at which stage you are for an examination. Now, the students might be wondering, okay, we will sit down, we will think of these questions and we'll write an answer. But I will help you with a table which you can sit and view and put your remarks. Can I have share screen, Shashank?
I guess you have the share screen.
Okay, okay. So this is a perfect example of self-evaluation. For example, you need to do this for every subject. I have taken a, yeah?
We can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen, okay. Now? Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Good. So this is one of the example of self-evaluation. I have prepared this table. This is a hypothetical example. You can do this for each and every subject. So for example, subject number 1. You have n number of chapters in it, chapter 1 to chapter 6 to chapter 15. There are, if you have finished the chapter, you can put a tick mark against that chapter. If you have not done that chapter, you can put a cross sign. If you feel that chapter is easy for you, you can put a green tick or fill it with green. If you think that that chapter is an average chapter, that is, you don't find it that easy or that difficult, you can put a yellow mark. And the chapter or the subject that you find very difficult, put a red mark. Now it totally depends upon you. You can also tick mark with any different colors or any other signs. This is solely for your purpose, for yourself to understand and evaluate that, okay, if you are finding anything difficult, what extra can I do to attain that red mark into green zone?
Okay. Yeah. So the first point was all about self evaluation कि आज मैं कहाँ खड़ा हूँ, कितना हो गया है, कितना बाकी है, मेरे कौन सा चैप्टर इजी है, कौन सा इम्पोर्टेंट है, क्या ग्रीन में है, क्या रेड में है. So again, I guess we are talking about accountability. Unless I'm accountable कि कितना मेरा हो गया है, तो मैं कहीं पहुंच नहीं पाऊंगा. Unless I have a road map for me कि exactly मैं कहाँ stand करता हूँ. जाना तो बहुत दूर है, लेकिन मैं कहाँ stand करता हूँ. So that I should know. If I don't know कि मैं कहाँ हूँ, तो मैं कभी पहुंच ही नहीं पाऊंगा.
True, very true.
Strategizing and planning.
Yes.
Okay. I also feel I would like to add that mindset is also very important.
Yes.
So mindset in the sense एक होता है कि यार इतने दिन बाकी है, क्या होगा, and the other thing is कि मेरे पास I look for solutions कि क्या होगा, मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ is more important than क्या होगा. So if I am positive कि भाई मैं कर लूंगा, ऐसे करूंगा, वैसे करूंगा, my plans will work. So there is a great chance that I will achieve my goal.
Yes,
true. So I feel it is all about the mindset, what I tell myself, whether I can do it or I can't do it. It completely depends on me.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would like to add one more thing, that many of the time, students are spending a lot of time in just thinking about the negative rather than actually evaluating and using their time in the productive solution.
Okay. So yes,
the very important part is to keep your mind active and in a stable position if you want to perform very well in the exams.
Okay. Yeah, truly. Okay, so the next question is that काफी बार ये तो मैं भी करता था, स्टूडेंट्स काफी बार कंप्लेन करते हैं. आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव मे बी डन इट व्हेन यू आर अ स्टूडेंट, कि हम लोग कंप्लेन करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स कि एग्जाम के लिए प्रॉपर टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है, वी डू नॉट हैव इनफ टाइम टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द
So according to me, as I said earlier also, that you have to self-evaluate. Many a times what we tend to do is we tend to be in a lot of hyper and a panic stage, that you just start a subject without actually going through that how much is the length of the subject, how much subjects you need to complete, will I get sufficient time, am I in a position to actually finish off n number of subjects. So according to me, the time management is the first important step after the self evaluation. You have evaluated yourself, okay, you have come to know in which position you are there, but after that you have to start the time management and a proper planning of how you are going to spend the remaining days which are left
Okay.
for examination.
Okay.
Now, time management for completion of portion. Now since
Okay.
the few days are left for exam, so just sit and wonder the number of subjects that you are attempting for exam, then
Okay.
the number of chapter that each subject has.
Okay.
Then I would suggest that break the number of days that are pending for the exam and divide it among the chapter.
Okay.
Then, according to me, I would then suggest that since you have allotted XYZ number of days to a particular subject, then within those days, you break up and allot specific number of days or number of hours to the specific chapter.
Hmm.
For this explanation, I would like to show you a chart that I have prepared.
अशिता, 1 सेकेंड.
Yeah.
मैं सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को बोल दूं कि प्लीज अपना ओरिजिनल नाम लिखो अगेंस्ट योर नेम.
Hmm.
Change your name please, because a lot of people have written something else.
Okay.
So I will have to remove them. It is as per the guidelines of the government of India that we have to use our proper name. So someone has mentioned kids always do crazy things, so that won't be allowed. So D078, that won't be allowed. So I make sure you can change your name please. Yeah, please continue.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so as you all can see, this is a table that I have prepared for time management. As I mentioned, number of subjects, you put your remark accordingly. You have 4 subjects, so put 4 number of subject. You have 2, put 2. The number of chapters per subject. Now, certain subjects might be having different length and different quantity of chapter. Few subjects might be actually having just 10 chapters, but they might be very big in the quantity wise, and few subjects might be having 20 chapters, but the quality wise the chapters will be very less. So you have to write the number of chapters per subject, the number of days left for examination. For example, you have to give 2 subjects and the number of days left are 30. So you might divide each subject as per 15 days schedule. Then you have to write the number of days per subject. As I said, 15 days per subject. The number of hours of study per day. Now it's totally upon your caliber that how much actually can you sit and study along with the focus. Otherwise, I can also open the book and study for 13 hours, but actually, am I studying with my focus? Is something actually going into my head? Is my studying productive? So accordingly, you dedicate the study hour per day and number of hours per chapter as I specified. Now, another important thing that I would like to share is understanding the concept is very much important in time management. Without understanding the concept, it will just be like you are going through, but nothing is going in your brain. So that is also very unproductive. That if 2 or more subjects have similar topics, then I would advise that if you do those things together, it will benefit you. And now the next topic is time management for revision. Now many of the students are going through this phase that they don't actually have enough time for revising a particular subject. So I would suggest that minimum 3 time revision is necessary before the exam. At least 1 month is required for revision. This depends upon the subjects that you have. At least 5 buffer days you keep between your timetable. For example, you are planning to finish off your portion in 10 days and after that 10 days you are planning to start revision. So I would suggest keep 10 plus 5, so that sometimes if something goes wrong, if something goes up and down, you have the buffer period to cover your portion. Have a discussion with your friend about a particular subject. For example, if you have done a subject and he has not, so you can spend some hours and explain him the subject, so that before him starting the subject it will be beneficial for him, and this activity goes vice versa. Now the third important thing is time management in examination. Now before appearing for any exam, it's very much important to actually know the paper format, because if without knowing the paper format you will go in the exam, and then there will be a big question mark on your face that you are unaware. You are not aware that true or false will come. You are not aware that one liner would come. You are not aware that okay, I have to write the brief answers of XYZ amount. So knowing the format before going for exam is very important. Another thing is time management in exam. You have to keep on practicing writing. Now for this, I would like to suggest that remove at least 5 to 10 minutes per day and write an answer which you find it very difficult to remember, because writing will also help you memorize. Another important thing in time management and examination is you have to read the question very much carefully, because if you read the question in any other format, you will understand in any other format, you will write the answer as per your assumption, and after few time has passed you will realize okay, I am actually writing a wrong answer. So for this you have to read the question very carefully. Since the beginning of examination, I would suggest you to keep the speed, to divide the time as per the question length that they are asking. If they are asking a brief answer, you have to give a time that by this time you have to finish off writing this answer, so that in the end, the handwriting changes. I have myself, I write very nicely in the beginning of an examination. It looks very beautiful. The handwriting and the presentation is amazing. But by the end, it feels like some other person has written the exam. So that thing should not be reflected. And don't wait at the last moment for extra supplement. I would suggest that if you are thinking that okay, I will write more further, then ask for the supplement. I don't mean that you take 10 supplements in advance. I don't mean that. But if you are feeling that okay, you will need 2 supplements, then ask for it in advance. And one more thing I would like to say, that if you are not able to write any answer, don't panic. Don't panic at all. Just move forward. Whenever you have completed all the answers that you can come back to that question, and maybe in that situation you might recollect something. And one last thing I would say for time management and examination is, just for the sake of leaving early and you have finished the paper, you leave the classroom. Please don't do that. There is always a scope of improvement.
There always is a scope for improvement. So
Yes.
in this particular question, we have discussed about time management, and
Yes.
I'm also going to separately have a session where I will be discussing about how to write papers professionally, in which I will also discuss that it is important to complete 100% paper. Sorry, it is important to attempt 100% paper. So I
True.
won't go in detail for that, because I am a kind of person who attempts the 100% paper, and he also completes the 100% paper, because initially I had problems. 1.5 घंटे में I'm writing एकदम आराम से अच्छी handwriting में, and then you realize कि अभी तो 1.5 घंटा ही बाकी है और इतने सारे questions, and then you start running and chaos हो जाता है. So I will be discussing that particular point again. I also feel that if students tell कि हम लोगों को ज़्यादा time नहीं मिला प्रिपेयर करने में, तो इस बार एटलीस्ट इस बार 30 days, मिनिमम 30 days हर इंस्टीट्यूट के स्टूडेंट को मिला है. सो आई गेस दैट इज आल्सो अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. मतलब 30 days मिल जाना इज लाइक 1 month. तो एक जगह हम देखें कि 1 month ही है, एंड देन यू सी कि नहीं 30 days है.
Yes.
30 days is a big time that we have got. So I guess company secretaries, they have got 35 days. उससे ज्यादा थोड़ा चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स को मिला है. So we should utilize it completely. वरना आज ऑलमोस्ट 5 पेपर हो गए होते सीएस के, एंड आई गेस चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स के तो पेपर ही खत्म हो गए थे.
Yes.
Though there is a lockdown, I obviously understand there is a lockdown, बुक्स का प्रॉब्लम हुआ काफी लोगों को, या फिर क्लासेस में किसी का पोर्शन भी नहीं खत्म हुआ और तब तक लॉकडाउन शुरू हो गया. बट एवरीथिंग इज अ पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ लाइफ. once you clear the examinations, you will be very happy and you will be sharing your stories कि ये कैसा हो गया, फिर भी I cleared.
Yes.
Okay. Someone has asked a question. What I'm thinking is we'll take the questions at the end of the seminar.
Yes.
Of the webinar. Okay. The next question that I have is that किसी भी कंटेंट को याद करने में बहुत डिफिकल्टी होता है.
Yes.
काफी लोगों को होता है, कभी कभी मुझे भी होता है कुछ किसी आंसर में, स्पेशली जब हम लोग मैं पढ़ रहा था सीएस, तो एसएम का टॉपिक था स्ट्रेटेजिक मैनेजमेंट, और उसमें मुझे पढ़ाई करने में बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रहा था बिकॉज आई फेल्ट इट वाज अ कंप्लीटली ड्राई सब्जेक्ट. सिर्फ थियरी थियरी है, रीड ही करना है, एंड आई एम मोर इंक्लाइंड टुवर्ड्स प्रैक्टिकल्स. सो कैन यू सजेस्ट अस सम वेज फॉर easy remembering or memorizing?
Yes. First of all, I want the students not to panic. If you can't remember anything, don't panic, because we sitting at this place, we have gone through everything. We have left few topics that we were not able to do, but we used to write and learn. So the one important thing I would like to say for learning a particular thing is, first of all, you need to understand the concept, number one. The second thing is, you keep on writing a particular thing or a word or a sentence that is very important, but it is very difficult for you to understand and learn. So keep on writing. Writing practice will help you a lot. The second thing is, you can sometimes, how we read, we take a book, we open a book and we start reading in our mind. So reading in mind can sometimes cause distraction and will lead us unable to focus in the content. So one of the creative step that I used to follow is, I used to read loudly, and in order to add a pinch of fun, I used to read loudly with different accent and different voices.
Okay.
So by different accent and voices, voice modulation, if the students that are listening to us, they can understand that we both are using a variety of voice modulation while we are speaking.
Yeah.
So if we just read a line in a very flat tone, it will not be interesting for our own ears, not for others, and it will not create that impact. So reading loudly with different voice modulation will help you to remember that topic. Now, for example, you have a definition to learn.
Okay.
Now, what we used to do is, again, this is a very informal technique, but trust me guys, more than formal, few informal tips help you more. So if there is a definition and you are not able to recollect the definition, I personally used to dedicate my favorite song to that definition.
Okay.
I used to change the lyrics of that song as per the wordings of my definition. Okay. And I used to keep on singing. So by this way, you already knew and you already know the tune of the song. The only thing is, you add your own wordings, you add your own definition wordings. So this will help you to memorize the definition in a very easy and a quick way. Now, for example, you have various big brief essay type answers to write, advantages and disadvantages. Now each advantages or disadvantages or any brief question might be having n number of topics. Like they give you a small topic, then a brief elaboration, then again a small topic. So what you can do is, you can frame code words for that particular answer. You can choose the subtopics of that answer. Then you can take the first alphabet, make your own code or your own word that is easy for you to remember, which is related to that topic. So in the end, in exam, if this question is asked and you remember, okay, I have framed this code word, I have framed Ashita, my own name, as a code word for a particular answer. A stands for this, S stands for this, and then you will actually remember the main topic, and then you can elaborate in the exam. So that is one of the most important thing. Now, various processes. Now, how are we supposed to learn the lengthy processes that are asked in each subject, in each different subject? So for this, I would like you all to state that whenever you put yourself in a particular situation, you will learn that situation very fast.
Perfect.
For an example, we took admission in college, we took admission in school, we went to the institute, we took admission in various institutes. Each has a process, each has a set of documents, each require a timeline, each require a certain thing to be followed. Now, how till date I remember what was the process of taking admission in the college, what was the process of registering myself for a particular exam or being a member of the institute. Now, why I remember this? Because I have myself put myself in such a situation. So for example, incorporation of a company, this is a very hypothetical basic example that I'm taking. Now, you yourself think while you are reading an answer that you want to incorporate a company. Yourself put into the situation that you are the director. Now, what are documents will be required? What are forms are supposed to be filed? What is the timeline? So by this, you can learn very easily. Now, one more technique is using voice recorder. So voice recorder, you repeat a particular answer, you record it and listen to it n number of times. This will help you. Use different formats and different presentation. I would also like to suggest that marking, highlighting a particular point is also very important. You highlight just the important points so that when you go through that important points, it will be very easy for you to understand the entire topic.
Okay.
Now, you can also put the important points in the stick-on, and you can stick it at a place where you actually see that place every day. For example, the list of section that many students find it difficult to learn. So for the list of section, I have prepared one table. Example, list of section. You can prepare this table, you can write section number and description. You can write it by your hand and you can keep it at such a place that every day you see that wall, you read it for 5 minutes and then you leave. So that will also help you memorize. And the last thing is I would like to say is visualizing is also very important. But sometimes when you just sit, and we all are expert in daydreaming, so you just sit and you just visualize the answer that you have learned. So this is also one of the trick that helps you to revise and learn much better.
Visualizing is awesome. Visualizing is awesome.
Yes.
So currently, I want to add a few things. Like you said that you used to read loudly. So again, the benefit is that we are using our two senses. So one, I'm using my ears also. Then I'm in fact three senses. So my mouth, so I can speak. Then I can hear it, and I can see what I'm reading. So actually, I'm reading I'm using my three senses. तो जो पढ़ने की ताकत है, जो मेमोराइज करने की ताकत है, वो 3 गुना बढ़ जाएगी. Again, you have also mentioned about recording the answers. I don't know कि अभी मतलब 1 महीना ही बाकी है, तो कितना टाइम है लोगों के पास कि वो लोग actually record कर सकते हैं answers.
Yeah.
But yes, recording was one such thing that I used to personally do. Text के लिए मैं ऐसा करता था whenever I used to go to classes. Now you have to understand कि मेरी exams को अभी 6 महीने बाकी थे. तो I used to उस टाइम से मैंने शुरू कर दिया था answers को record करना. So whenever I used to leave from my home and whenever I was going to classes, तो वो जो बीच का duration था, what I used to do is जो सर ने last time पढ़ाया था और जो मैंने notes लिखे थे उसको पूरा record कर लिया अपनी आवाज में. जैसे हम लोगों को songs याद रहते हैं.
Yes.
जैसे हम लोगों को songs याद रहते हैं 10 साल के बाद भी we are humming the song if the song comes on TV and we are singing it. So I realized कि ऐसा करने से बहुत फायदा होगा.
Yes.
So what I used to do is जब भी मैं क्लासेस जा रहा था, बस के लिए रुका हूँ, फिर बस में बैठे, फिर चल के और आगे गए, तो I was constantly listening. और जब सर स्टार्ट करते थे, so he used to always tell us कि last time हम लोगों ने क्या किया. Then I was able to answer and I was so मेरा 2-3 बार तो स्टार्टिंग में ही रिवीजन हो रहा था. So it was very helpful to me. But yes, exams are in a month or 1.5 months, so I don't know if this can be done. Also, it helps in time management also. I just realized that one of my friends, she was married and she was expecting a baby. And she told me, Shashank, it becomes very difficult for me to study because मेरे को already बहुत सारा काम है. She even stopped coming to the classes. So what I told her is कि आप एक काम करो, आप भी record करो. तो suppose ladies को ज़्यादा ये problem होता है कि suppose घर पे कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, suppose झाड़ू मार रहे हैं, या फिर normally boys भी है तो मैं खाना खा रहा हूँ, या अगर मैं कुछ भी कर रहा हूँ, पढ़ाई करने का मन ही नहीं हो रहा है, मैं लगातार पढ़ रहा था. So what I can do is मैं speakers पे वो recording को start करके चुपचाप सुन सकता हूँ, खाते खाते या मे बी घर का कुछ काम करते करते. सो एटलीस्ट समथिंग इज बेटर देन नथिंग. एंड अगेन अगर मैं अपनी
Yes.
आवाज कोई सुन रहा हूँ, सो आई एम रिवाइजिंग इट दैट मेनी टाइम्स. Again, you have also
Yes.
mentioned about if I want to study, so I should think like I am a company secretary or a chartered accountant. So अगर incorporation का आंसर है, so I should imagine कि client ने मुझे एक काम दिया है, I'm going to get paid for it, so I will imagine myself as a chartered accountant, a company secretary or a cost accountant, and then कि भाई ये, और आई कैन बिकम अ डायरेक्टर, कि मैं डायरेक्टर हूँ, मुझे कंपनी इनकॉर्पोरेट करना है. तो उस आंसर को अगर मैं उस वे में लेके जाऊंगा, सो एक पर्सनल कनेक्शन हो जाएगा, क्योंकि मैंने स्टोरी बना ली खुद के लिए, तो वो एक पर्सनल कनेक्शन हो जाएगा. इट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स अ लॉट. इट टेक्स
Yes.
यू अ लॉन्ग प्लेस.
Yes.
ऑल्सो आई रियलाइज्ड कि काफी बार आंसर्स काफी सेम होते हैं. सो और कुछ पॉइंट्स यहाँ वहाँ होते हैं. सपोज इट इज अबाउट, जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल, सो इट इज अबाउट अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ अ डायरेक्टर. सो एडिशनल डायरेक्टर है या डायरेक्टर है या फिर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स है, तो मोस्टली उसका फॉर्म या फिर बोर्ड मीटिंग रखना है या फिर और कुछ रखना है, वो सेम होता है. उसमें से कुछ चीजें होगी जो यहाँ वहाँ होंगी. वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट कि वो सारी चीजें कौन सी है जो कॉमन है. अगर वो
Yes.
चीजें कॉमन है, सो वी कैन रिमेम्बर कि इतने पॉइंट्स तो कॉमन है. अब मुझे सिर्फ मे बी 2 या 4 या 5 पॉइंट्स है जो मुझे एडिशनल इस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट के लिए याद करने हैं.
Yes.
द डे बिफोर द एग्जाम, इवन इफ द डे बिफोर द एग्जाम अगर कुछ है, दो वी आर गोइंग टू कवर दैट क्वेश्चन, सो अ डे बिफोर द एग्जाम ऑल्सो इफ आई नो द कॉमन पॉइंट्स, तो मैं फर्स्ट 2 आंसर्स में सपोज कॉमन पॉइंट्स मैंने पढ़ लिए, उसके बाद मुझे बाकी के पॉइंट्स के आंसर्स के लिए पढ़ना नहीं है. मुझे सिर्फ जो बाकी के पॉइंट्स सिमिलर नहीं है उसी पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना है, तो अगेन मेरा टाइम भी बचेगा. ओके.
Yes.
सो Ashita,
Hmm.
you have spoken about the importance of revision. Having said
Yes.
of keeping the time for revision, could you throw some light on various methods for revision?
Okay. So on this, I would like to say that it doesn't matter that y'all have, even though y'all have not started revision at this stage, it is okay. You divide your time accordingly. Now revision, minimum revision shall be 3 times, but it depends upon the caliber of the student. If in revising just 1 time, if you are okay and you can write a paper, then it's really good. But a normal person who requires a bit of more hard work, minimum 3 times revision is required. Now I don't mean 3 time revision after you complete the portion. No, I mean first revision is the revision where you actually sit and learn a particular subject. In that revision, you are getting to know a particular subject. The second revision is just going through the points whereby you are actually going through the things that you already know and you have already understood. The third revision is the final revision, and according to me, that can be a day before, 1 day before the exam. Now, third revision is you already learned and you already know that topic. You just have to go through the important highlighted points. And by this, I mean to say that whatever book you are referring, refer 1 or 2 book at the max. Keep on revising and learning from the books that you have chosen. Don't jump to any another book. You have marked the important points, you have marked other points. A day before the exam, it is possible to go through the entire book by just noticing the highlighted portion. Now, I don't mean to say that you just learn the important portion and the highlighted portion. No. According to me, you don't have to leave anything as option. You should at least know the basic concept behind the particular topic, because important questions are important, they might come in exam, but unless and until the basic topic is not clear, and if a question pops up and you are prepared for the toughest answer and just the basic answer is asked, so then you will be, I don't know what to write, I have not done this, I know this was the toughest thing that I have learned, I know how to write that. So you should learn the basic things, and you should keep more attention to the important things. Now, ways of revision is as normal. You can go and read through it. Viewing the past question paper is also very important, and It is one of the techniques for revision, the past paper and the suggested answers. Now, group discussions are also a easy and a fun way of revising a particular thing. For example, you don't have much days left for revision. You can discuss it with your friends, share the knowledge of the common subject you have. To add on a bit of more fun, you can also, remove some time in uploading a quiz, and you both can discuss and answer. Post notes are also very important. Um, Revision should always be started early. Now, by early, I mean early prior days before the exam, also early in the morning. This is what I feel. Now, it depends whether you are comfortable in studying at day or you are comfortable at studying at night. But starting the revision at the beginning of the day will help you to complete the revision by the end of the day. This is what I believe. Another way is you can rework your revision. Now, sometimes theory becomes a bit monotonous. So you can also prepare various charts and diagrams for the processes. Write it down so that it is also helpful for you to memorize it. And the charts and diagrams will also bring an easy solution for you to revise. Now, I will just share. Now, as you all can see, the first is an arrow, so that can be an entire process. You can merge the entire process into the arrow chart. Then if there is an answer requires a hierarchy, so you can use this table. If the answers require a perfect cycle, then you can use this chart. So there are various charts by which you can make it more attractive, eye-pleasing, as well as it will help you to revise.
Okay, lovely. So you have mentioned about highlighted portion and pointers, which I and Swapnil follow. Yeah. So in the last webinar also, what we did is we spoke about this point, and I would again like to speak about it for the people who were not in the second webinar. So what happens is if you highlight a point or if you are using a pointer, so अगर पूरा पेज है और वो एक किसी particular topic पे है, and if one or two words can make you remember the whole page or two pages or maybe one paragraph, so it is very helpful because एग्जाम के अगले दिन उतना टाइम नहीं होगा कि मैं पूरी की पूरी बुक वर्ड टू वर्ड देख पाऊँ. सो इट इज ऑलवेज बेटर कि अगर मैंने कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं, आंसर में कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं, अगर ओपन बुक एग्जामिनेशन है तो अगर मैंने ऑलरेडी अभी से मार्क करके रखा है तो इट विल बी ऑलवेज बेनिफिशियल कि अगर मैं ओपन बुक एग्जाम लिख रहा हूँ तो मुझे पता है कि मुझे कितना लिख रहा हूँ. क्योंकि मैंने लास्ट टाइम भी मेंशन किया, जब हम लोग ओपन बुक एग्जाम्स में प्रॉब्लम ये है और बाकी एग्जाम्स में फायदा ये है कि सपोज मुझे खुद से ही आंसर लिखना है तो मैं पढ़ना कितना है, मैंने कितना पढ़ा, याद कितना रहा और मैं लिख के कितना आया, ठीक है. सो अकॉर्डिंगली योर माइंड डज ऑल द एडिटिंग एंड एवरीथिंग एंड यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग द पेपर फास्ट फर्स्ट. बट इन द केस ऑफ बुक्स यू ऑलरेडी हैव ऑल द मटेरियल. अगर मैंने अभी से एडिटिंग करके नहीं रखा है तो एग्जाम के टाइम पे ये होगा कि मैं वो एक ही आंसर लिखने में इतना टाइम डाल दूंगा कि आई विल रियलाइज आफ्टर अ सर्टेन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम कि मैंने अब तक ज्यादा कुछ कवर ही नहीं किया है. सो इम्पोर्टेंट वर्ड्स नहीं है वो काट दिया, अगर कोई इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड है तो वो लिख दिया बुक में. अगेन अगर रेड पेन, अभी अगेन आई विल से कि बार बार वो पेन चेंज करना भी इट कैन बी अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम राइट नाउ बिकॉज द एग्जामिनेशंस आर इन द नेक्स्ट मंथ. बट अगर रेड पेन है, अगर ग्रीन पेन है, ब्लैक पेन है, ब्लू पेन है, अगर हम लोग उससे हाईलाइट और ये सब करते हैं सो इट इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी बेनिफिशियल अ डे बिफोर द एग्जाम. द रीजन इज कि उस दिन टाइम नहीं मिलने वाला है. उस दिन यू कैन नॉट एक्सपेक्ट योरसेल्फ. अगेन चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स हैव वन डे हॉलीडे बट कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज स्पेशली दे हैव लाइक दूसरे दिन पेपर होगा. आई गेस एक ही छुट्टी होगा बीच में, या फिर इस बार शायद वो भी ना हो. आई हैव नॉट सीन द टाइम टेबल. सो इतना टाइम मिलेगा ही नहीं कि मैं नेक्स्ट डे मेरे पास इतना टाइम हो कि मैं 6-7 घंटे में पूरा बुक रिवाइज कर सकूं. So you have to decide on the content, you have to highlight, and the discussion with friends. So again, when I'm going to have my session on how to write papers professionally and how to remember sections, so I was going to discuss about this also. It is really a very good point. The thing is, अगर मैं अपने फ्रेंड को कॉल करता हूँ कि तू बोर्ड मीटिंग पे प्रिपेयर कर, आज मैं जनरल मीटिंग पे प्रिपेयर करता हूँ, तो और कल हम लोग फोन पे बात करते हैं या यूट्यूब वीडियो कॉल करते हैं एक दूसरे को व्हाट्सएप पे या जूम पे. सो द बेस्ट पार्ट इज कि जब वो आपको कॉल करता है और सपोज आप बोलते हो कि दिस शुड बी द नोटिस शुड बी सेंड 14 days in advance फॉर एग्जांपल, So he'll be like, hey, चल चल चल, ऐसे नहीं होता है. It is 7 days. So the main point is वो 7 days exam में याद रह जाएगा. Because your friend has told you कि बहुत 7 दिन है, 14 days नहीं है, या 50 days नहीं है, या 48 days नहीं है, या 48 hours नहीं है. If your friend has told you, you will always remember it. That's the best point. Again, when you discuss it with your friends, अगर उसने board meeting किया है, मैंने general meeting किया है, फिर next time जब मैं board meeting करने जाऊंगा, so it will be, you know, superb. मतलब already मेरा revision हो जाएगा, because मेरे friend ने बोला है तो मुझे बहुत सारे points याद रहेंगे. So this is great. Okay. We'll take the next question.
Yes.
Focus has also been a concern for many. And I made sure कि हम लोग इस question को हर webinar में, तीनों webinar में मैंने cover किया. I asked it. The purpose is to get different views so that the students get a broader perspective.
Yes.
I would want you to share your thoughts on how should one deal with an exam stress.
Okay, so for this I have a small activity in which, Shashank, I want you also to participate.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing is, let's look around our room. Wherever we are sitting, let's look around.
Okay.
Then now the 5 things that we can see, that is grabbing our focus. The 5 things that is grabbing our focus. The 4 things that we can touch. So look around, touch the 4 things that is around you and the 4 things that you can touch. The 3 things that you can hear.
Yes.
The 2 things that you can smell.
Yeah.
Okay. And the 1 thing that you can taste.
Done. Without moving. I have done everything without moving.
Exactly. So this process is known as grounding. Now, in just 1 minute or within 1 minute, we actually used all our senses and we actually saw that what is the importance of each and every sense. Now, whenever we are having an anxiety or a panic attack, if we just sit for 1 minute and start this activity and repeat it again and again, this will help us to reduce our stress and anxiety. This is one of the fun and good activity that I have searched and I have myself tried. The another important thing is, as you suggested in your first lecture, that is listening to good music. Now, I generally would like to tell you all that you should start your day with meditation. Along with meditation, I would personally suggest that you go outside and spend some time in nature. Now, this situation will not permit us to go actually outside and do it, but you can sit near your window and have some breath of fresh air. Another important thing I would like to tell you all is, whenever you prepare a timetable for a day's timetable for any exam, you should keep at least few minutes for yourself, which will remove your focus from exam and studies. Sometimes what I used to do is, I used to study for hours. I used to eat while studying. I used to do everything while studying. So this will in the end lead to an obsessive panic attack. And when our mind is not coming out of one particular thing, then we are tend to overthink that particular thing and overthink in a negative way. So in the end, you might be knowing the entire portion, but your mind will not be stable to go and write the exam. So keeping breaks and spending time with yourself is also very important. Another important thing is not to compare yourself with anyone. You are doing your best as per your capacity and your caliber. Another important thing is get good sleep. Now, if you can't sleep, then I would suggest that you are under much higher amount of stress. So in order to reduce that stress, I would suggest that do all the activities that you like, remove your mind from the negative thoughts that you are having, and then sit and study. This will help you a lot. Stay away from distraction. According to me, social media is a bit distractive, but if you are comfortable once a day, opening it once a day to be in touch with your friends is up to you. But if it is distracting, it's your call and you have to decide. And in the end, talking to someone about your problems is very important. Be it friend, be it a family member, be it having a talk with yourself. Talk to someone, bring solutions, share your problems might not always be related to the exams. Share any of the deepest fear or feelings that you are going through. You know, that person after discussion can give you a positive thought on it or can relax you. So according to me, all these things are, but in the end, talking to someone is the most important thing I would recommend.
Okay. I'll just add one more thing over here that if you are feeling this stress, I want to tell you कि बहुत लोगों की आंखें जल रही है या फिर नींद आ रही है या फिर टायर्ड फील हो रहा है. This happens every 6 months. हर 6 months में चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट्स, कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज, कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट्स का अटेम्प्ट आता है. सबके साथ ये होता है. ये मेरे साथ हुआ है. आई एम श्योर ये अशिता के साथ भी हुआ है. ये मेरे फ्रेंड्स के साथ हुआ है. फिर भी इस अटेम्प्ट में भी लोगों के साथ हो रहा है. फिर भी पीपल विल पास, people will score a rank, and this feeling is completely normal because what you are doing is you are pushing your limits to study to pass the examination. और ऐसा नहीं है कि ये पास्ट में हुआ और ये अभी ही हो रहा है, ये फ्यूचर में भी लोगों के साथ होगा. सो यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट कि जो हो रहा है दैट इज completely normal. जो मेरे साथ हो रहा है, इनफैक्ट माई बॉडी इज मेकिंग मी रेडी. इट इज ऑल अबाउट द माइंडसेट. सो यू कैन टेल योरसेल्फ कि मेरा बॉडी है जो मुझे रेडी कर रहा है फॉर द नेक्स्ट लेवल ऑफ माई लाइफ बिकॉज आई एम गोइंग टू बिकम अ चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट, अ कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट, अ कंपनी सेक्रेटरी, एंड जस्ट गो फॉर इट. सो वट एवर इज हैपनिंग इज कम्प्लीटली नॉर्मल. मेरे को नेगेटिव फीलिंग्स आ रही है कि यार मेरा रिविजन नहीं होगा या मेरा फर्स्ट टाइम भी पढ़ के नहीं हुआ है, दैट इज कम्प्लीटली नॉर्मल. आई कैन से दैट बिकॉज इट इज माई पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस. ये मेरे साथ हुआ है जब व्हेन आई वाज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर माय सीएस एग्जीक्यूटिव फाइनल्स. जब भी इनफैक्ट इवन इन लॉ एग्जामिनेशंस दो वी यूज्ड टू स्टडी फॉर लेसर डेज, पर एग्जाम अगर कल है और आज अगर पढ़ना बाकी है, सो आई वाज लाइक अरे नींद आ रहा है, मेरा नींद खत्म नहीं हो रहा है, आंखें मेरी जल रही है. And all these things, the body things, they keep happening, but you have to go for it. Keep
Yes.
going. Okay. Ashita, can you share a few tips that we should keep in our mind a day before the exam?
Okay, so I will just brief very fast. I'll brief you all. You should go through the diagrams, the charts, the highlighted portions, the tables that you have prepared because you have a very limited amount of time. You can't sit and study on the last day, so just go through the content. You know it very well. That is one of the thing. Second thing is take proper sleep. Take proper rest. You have done all your hard work, so एक रात बहुत सारा जग के, it's not that you are going to complete the entire portion.
Exactly.
So just relax because you have done your hard work. Now it's the time to shine. Eat and drink plenty of water. Have good amount of sweets and chocolates. That will also help you boost your health, and you will feel more good. You'll feel
Yes.
better about your current situation.
Yes.
Don't rush and freak out at the last moment. Don't enter into any discussion with your friend. Don't freak out at the last moment that this is pending, that is pending. You have completed everything, so just focus on what you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yes, I completely agree that proper rest is very important a day before the exams. This comes from a personal experience. What I did is I had my finals का attempt of CS, or a day before the exams, the paper was at 9 a.m. and I was reading till 2:30. And again, I had decided that I will wake up maybe 5:30 or 6. I do not remember the time, and I will start reading. So what happened is when I was going to give my paper, and when I was sitting at my place, when I started my paper, I was completely sleepy. My eyes are sore, जल रही है मेरी आंखें, and I'm like अब मैं क्या करूँ? इसके बाद तो लगातार और 7 पेपर है. ये तो मैंने पेपर जस्ट स्टार्ट किया है. सो उस टाइम पे फिर अपना माइंड भी वर्क नहीं करता है बिकॉज आई एम नॉट गिवन इट इनफ रेस्ट. तो मेरा माइंड ही वर्क नहीं करेगा. अगर मेरा माइंड ही वर्क नहीं करेगा तो जो केस लॉस पूछे हैं एग्जाम में उसको मैं इंटरप्रेट कैसे करूंगा, और इंटरप्रेट नहीं करूंगा तो सॉल्व कैसे करूंगा. So that is one thing I realized from the mistake that I had done. I hope people will not, repeat it. Okay. Ashita, the next question is, do you have any special tips for the day of the exam, which is the main day?
Yeah, so finally the day has come that you are going to present all the knowledge that you have in the exam. I would suggest that start the preparation, whatever things you have to take for exam, start the preparation a day prior or in the night. At the end, just an hour before the exam, you are not getting a pen, you are not getting your book, you are not getting the important things that you have to carry for the exam. So pack your bags a day before the exam. Second important thing is don't try anything new, as I said earlier. Third is leave very early. you also can carry your book and study at the examination hall, but it's always advisable to have a lot of buffer time, you know, before reaching the examination center. Do not get involved in unnecessary discussion with anyone relating to the subjects or relating to any other topic. Don't enter into unnecessary discussions about the portion. Tera kitna hua, mera itna hua. We are not supposed to do that on the at the examination center. So that is the thing. And if you realize that you have missed out on something, always have a person as a backup who might help and do anything to help you in the last moment. So for me it's my family, so for you it might be some other person, but I always have a person at backup care. If I forgot something, I just give it a call and they are on the way to deliver me those things. So
Exactly.
yeah,
I can have a completely 2 hours session on, you know, a day, things to do a day before the exams. The reason is because I sometimes I go to meet the students when they are going papers, and I've seen कोई बोल रहा है मेरे पास कैलकुलेटर नहीं है, एफएम का सपोज या अकाउंट्स का सब्जेक्ट है, और ये नहीं है मेरे पास, फोटो नहीं है मेरे पास, एडमिट कार्ड नहीं है मेरे पास, पेन नहीं है, पेन नहीं है, ऐसे भी केसेस है, पेन
yeah,
नहीं है, एडमिट कार्ड नहीं है, ये नहीं, एंड पीपल आर लाइक मतलब टेंशन में अपने मम्मी डैडी को भगा रहे हैं कि जाओ मेरे लिए कैलकुलेटर लेके आओ, अरे पापा को बोलो कि मेरा एडमिट कार्ड लेके आए, एंड बिकॉज ऑल्सो दे डू नॉट रीड द रूल्स ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूट कि भाई अगर आप एक दिन में भी एडमिट कार्ड नहीं लाते हो तो उसके साथ आप क्या ला सकते हो, तो यू विल बी गिवन दी अपॉर्चुनिटी। अच्छा, काफी लोगों को स्टैम्प करना होता है एडमिट कार्ड पे, वो स्टैम्प करके भी नहीं आते हैं, एंड देन दे मतलब अगर मैं मिल गया तो दे आर आस्किंग सर ऊपर स्टैम्प देंगे क्या एग्जामिनेशन सेंटर में। सो दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, यू हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड, मतलब पहले से ही प्रिपेयर होना बहुत जरूरी है। अगेन, नॉट टू डिस्कस एनीथिंग बिफोर द एग्जाम। तो सपोज अगर मैंने 10 चैप्टर पढ़े हैं 20 में से, और मेरा फ्रेंड बोलता है अरे वो चैप्टर नहीं पढ़ा, सॉरी 19 चैप्टर्स पढ़ लिए और एक चैप्टर नहीं पढ़ा, एंड योर फ्रेंड टेल्स अरे वही तो मेन था, वही तो मेन था, आज वही आएगा। सो पूरा आप पूरा कंप्लीटली डिमोरलाइज हो जाएंगे, एंड इट इज गोइंग टू बी अगेन अ कंप्लीट केओस आपके माइंड में, और दैट इज नॉट गुड फॉर यू नो स्टार्टिंग एन एग्जामिनेशन, भले वो पहला पेपर हो या वो लास्ट पेपर हो। ग्रेट। Kindly also mention, Ashita, kindly also mention about the things which we can do after an examination.
Okay, I just have 4 things for this that I used to personally do.
Okay.
Whenever I used to come out of the examination hall after writing the paper, my face was totally blank.
Okay.
Not too happy, not too sad, not to express anything to anyone.
Okay.
And if anyone asked me how was the exam, I used to tell them it was good. It was good. Unnecessary. I was not entering into the discussion of counting the marks और asking कि अरे ये क्वेश्चन में what you have written, अरे मैंने तो इतना ही लिखा, मेरा ये छूट गया, because again that will create an impact on your second paper. So just come out, have a smiling face, have a blank face, don't enter into any discussion, do not analyze and count marks of what you have written in the exam, and always after coming home fold the question paper and keep it somewhere that you can't see. Yeah.
So okay.
Then start preparing for the next day, because unnecessary focusing and recollecting will create again a lot of stress and anxiety, which is not required for a second paper.
I have 3 points for this. One of the things is which you have mentioned कि अगर मैं ऑलरेडी पेपर देने के बाद अगर मैं मार्क्स डाउन कर रहा हूँ, अगर मैं अपने फ्रेंड से बात कर रहा हूँ और उसने ये बोल दिया कि ये आंसर रॉन्ग है, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प, भले आंसर राइट है या रॉन्ग है। आफ्टर द एग्जामिनेशन पेपर दे दिया, उसके बाद एक बार सबमिट हो गया, उसके बाद यू कांट चेंज द आंसर, वेदर द आंसर वाज राइट, वेदर द आंसर वाज रॉन्ग। सो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, वी शुड नॉट वेस्ट आवर टाइम, फटाफट तुरंत जितना जल्दी हो घर पहुंच के मे बी टेक सम रेस्ट एंड यू नो try to study for the next day. Again, I remember one of my friends, she thought कि उसका FM का पेपर अच्छा नहीं गया है तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम होगा, उसका FM का पेपर अच्छा नहीं गया था तो वो सेकेंड डे पेपर ही नहीं देने गई, एंड द फैक्ट इज, द फन पार्ट इज, उसको मोर देन 55 मिल गया था इन FM। तो अगर वो सेकंड पेपर देने ही नहीं गई तो वो पूरा ही ग्रुप फेल हो गई। सो इट इज नॉट यू हु विल डिसाइड कि आप पास हो रहे हैं, आप फेल हो रहे हैं, इट इज person who's going to check. You never know कि आपने शायद, आपको लग रहा है कि मैंने गलत आंसर किया in the heat of the moment, but then later on she was regretting कि मैं काश चली जाती, अगर मेरे को सपोज 45 भी मिल जाता, आई वुड हैव इजीली क्लियर्ड द पेपर्स,
Yes.
the group, but she
Yes.
had to give the attempt because she did not do. Again,
Yes.
December. Okay, the girls were discussing the paper. So December 2012 was my attempt. FM का ही पेपर था, और एक सम ऐसा भी था जो मैंने सोचा कि मैं सुबह देख लूंगा, देख के नहीं गया, वो पेपर में आ गया. After that I was like ठीक है, मैंने बहुत टाइम वेस्ट किया उस क्वेश्चन पे, but ठीक है. But when I was coming down, so the girls were discussing and they were crying and अरे मेरा पेपर ये हो गया वो हो गया, मैं CS कैसे बनूंगी. It was still execute, नहीं sorry, it was finals. So ये नहीं वो नहीं. So that is not the time where you discuss. वो सब चाहिए तो 10 दिन एग्जाम खत्म होने के बाद डिस्कस कर लो, बट दैट इज नॉट द मोमेंट, दैट इज द टाइम. फटाफट घर जाना है, मे बी यू वांट टू टेक सम रेस्ट लिया, एंड यू कैन डू इट.
Yes.
Okay. And any last word you would like to speak and address to the students, Ashita?
Yeah, I was just like to say that keep your exams on your priority. Be satisfied with your hard work that you are doing. Keep confidence in yourself and have faith in God. If you have actually studied very hard and keeping everything on priority, then you will perform well. Have that confidence in yourself. And lastly, it was a pleasure giving some guidance to the students, and I hope that if even if not every but few tips might have benefited you, and while writing the exam you might recollect us speaking and giving us some points. So all the best for very exam. God bless you all.